Let's talk about tax. Seriously, did you just bleep me out?
I thought we agreed it was a bad word.
No, it's not. Damn is a bad word, not taxes. You promise you're not gonna bleep me out again?
Okay, promise.
All right. Taxes need to be paid every time we make money. Why? Because nothing in life is free. And if we want roads and a military service to protect us, and technology and education and health programs like Medicare and Medicaid, and buildings that don't fall on us, and safety net programs like unemployment and food stamps and foster care, we need to pay tax. Seriously?
I'm just playing.
Taxes also pay for government debt as well as government workers like police officers and firefighters and all that good stuff. You get the gist.
I get it.
Okay. Anyway, how are taxes designed? Well, here in the US, we pay taxes in three main ways. We pay sales tax on what we buy, income tax on what we earn, and property tax on what we own. But let's talk about income tax. If you are claimed as a dependent on your parents' tax return, but also have a job or make money some other way, you may want to check out the articles I left for you under resources. I'm not going to explain how those taxes work because A, that would take way too long, and B, I'm just not qualified to explain all that kind of mumbo jumbo. So consult with a professional if that's your situation.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Great. Now, what I can tell you is how things are gonna generally go down once you get a job. If you get a retail job or some other job where you are considered an employee of a company, know that your check will most likely reflect a smaller amount than what you were promised to earn per hour because your employer is responsible for taking taxes out for you.
You think I can't do this by myself? You think I'm on something?
Well, it's got nothing to do with that. That's just how it works. Now, this is usually an estimate of how much you owe the Internal Revenue Service or the IRS. And at the end of the year, when you file your tax return, you will either get a refund or you will still owe some money to the IRS. And that is one of the main reasons you want to save money, because you do not want to owe money to the IRS. Trust me.
What if I don't want to pay?
Well, you're dead.
Say what?
I'm kidding, Raphael.
I am Groot.
You're right, baby Groot. I'm sorry, that wasn't funny. But you could actually end up in jail if you just choose not to pay your taxes. So be careful and get help from a professional if you're having trouble paying them, okay?
Okay.
Now, what happens if you have a side hustle and you're not considered an employee of a company? Well, in this case, you're considered self-employed and are responsible for paying the IRS what you owe in taxes, or an estimate of what you think you'll owe.
I think I can do that all by myself.
Great. And you can get more details on how to do that in the link I left for you under resources. Now, the cool thing about being self-employed is that you get tax deductions.
Huh?
Tax deductions, write-offs. These are expenses that count against your income and basically make your income seem smaller because of the expenses that you had.
Interesting.
What's up with all the creepy people today? Anyway, let's suppose that my student sold me those earrings I showed you earlier for $20. Well, his income would technically be $20, but because he had to buy all the materials to make them, and let's say it cost him, I don't know, $7 per pair, he really only made $13, not $20. So he would get taxed on or pay a percent of $13 and not $20.
Nice.
Right? Now, when you're an employee, you normally don't get these kinds of benefits unless you have a business on the side in addition to your job. But that's a conversation you want to have with a professional.
Bitch, you are not.
Correct. And although we won't dive into all that comes with being self-employed or a business owner until lesson 9 when we talk about entrepreneurship, in the next video, we will talk about the two main types of income that you can earn if you get a job. I'll see you there.